activity of that ground and lets a lot of this base saturations flake off that clay colloid and get in the interstitial fluids of the soil where the plant actually feeds.
Alan, you've done some tests down in Arkansas where we went into some extremely high phosphorus ground. Can you give us just some generalizations on what the end results of some of these tests have been, like 90-day tests, 120-day tests?
We went down to northwest Arkansas, which is the high chicken country, and they are running into some horrific phosphorus problems. We've been in phosphorus numbers of 1,000 to 1,200 parts per million, and with the mycorrhiza and our Genesis calcium, we have drastically lowered the phosphorus and allowed the people to spread chicken manure on their land again. In fact, we had one customer, the Tyson company, had told him that they could not put any more chickens in his houses because of his high phosphorus levels. He went down with 4 ounces of the mycorrhiza and 90 grams of our calcium. And in about 6 months, the nutrient management boards came back and tested his ground and told him that he could put on 41 ton of chicken manure to the acre. And so he was very happy about that. So he cleaned out his chicken houses. 2 weeks later, the nutrient management boards came back and said, well, I think we might have made a mistake. We want to retest that ground again. And that ground was GPS flagged where they had taken the test. So they went back and took the same test, and they come back and said, we did make a mistake. You can only put 31 ton of chicken manure on your farm. This was after he'd already cleaned out his chicken houses.
Wow. What have you seen on the East Coast in terms of salt and phosphorus where you've worked in the Chesapeake Bay area?
That Chesapeake Bay area is basically, we've seen the same results as what we see in Arkansas. There is really no difference when it comes to high phosphorus, high salt ground, no matter what part of the country that you're actually in.
So in the Dakotas, where the guys have the big alkali spots, you guys are really seeing some remarkable things happen there too, right?
The high alkali spots, after 4 or 5 applications, we start to see little green spears coming through. And then after a couple applications after that, they're back there planting crops. And it really changes that. We break that chloride molecule off that sodium molecule, and we do a wonderful job in rehabilitating that high salt ground.
Okay, thank you, Alan. Okay, we're visiting with Doug Gunnick today from Gaylord, Minnesota, and Doug has been a consultant ag specialist for years and has used a lot of the nutropathic products. So Doug, what have you seen some of the highlights of using the nutropathic products?
We tend to use a lot of the Soil Restore, particular with some of the foliar mixes that we use to give us more effective uptake of the minerals we're using, and to actually get the mycorrhizae and that kind of thing going in the soil.
Okay, you're doing a lot with grass-fed beef and trying to get higher quality grass to get higher quality fats and rate of gain on grass-fed beef. Give us some of the keys on why you're using the mycorrhizae in that program.
Well, with the grass-fed beef, one of the things we need to do is get our sugar levels up and get these mineral levels up into the plant. It doesn't do us a lot of good to have minerals in the soil that aren't in the plant. And that's where the mycorrhizae, the Soil Restore, has really helped us a lot, is activating that system so that we get that in that plant and we can measure that, and we're seeing the good results from the Soil Restore that way.
Okay. Thank you, Doug.